Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharonda and this is
What?
Araya. Today we're going to be talking about the baby essentials that we thought we needed but didn't. So stay tuned if you want to see this video. The first thing we're going to do, this will be a pacifier. We did buy pacifiers for Araya, but Araya wouldn't take a pacifier at first. My mom ended up giving Araya a pacifier when she had came down to help. All I know is I got in the shower, and when I got out, Araya had a pacifier in her mouth. Y'all know how grandmamas be. So Araya did have a pacifier then, so we ended up giving it to her. But she only thinks the pacifier for like 7 months until her bottom teeth started coming in. And as a matter of fact, we was on the way to Columbia to go visit my mom. And we accidentally left the pacifier at home. And like I said, at the same time, her bottom teeth, 2 teeth were coming in. And that weekend, she didn't have a pacifier. And when we got back, we didn't give it to her. She didn't ask for it or anything. So she only sucked on the pacifier for, I want to say, 7 months. Your shot, on the other hand, I think we did give him a pacifier in the very beginning. But then I stopped because I was breastfeeding too. And I didn't want him to get nipple confusion. So I stopped him on the pacifier maybe 2-3 weeks. So he didn't have a pacifier very long either. So if you can go without a pacifier, go without it. Because at the same time, that's a bad habit. That's a bad habit that you have to break also once they get addicted to the pacifier. So yeah, number 1 would be a pacifier. Number 2 would be blankets and swaddles. In the hospital, when they would get swaddled, they loved it, both of them. But for some reason, y'all, when we came home from the hospital, neither one of them wanted to be swaddled. Neither one of them would like blankets. Like Shy now, he's 1, so you put a blanket on him, he's kicking it off. He don't like blankets. Araya, on the other hand, she didn't like blankets either. But now that she's 3, I don't know if it comes from her watching like other kids get tucked in at night with blankets or falling asleep with blankets. Now all of a sudden, she just want a blanket, and she's blanket. Every time she lay down, it's time for bed. She always just want a blanket. So some kids might like blankets, and then some may not. So for us, we didn't use a blanket. Number 3 would be a bassinet. We purchased the bassinet planning to put both of them. We had 2 bassinets. We purchased the bassinet saying that we were going to put the kids, get them to go to sleep in the bassinet so they wouldn't be in our bed. But that didn't work. The first bassinet ended up selling. The second bassinet, matter of fact, we didn't even buy a second bassinet. The bassinet we had my cousin purchased for us, but it was an in-bed bassinet. So I can't say we did use that one more than we would use the bedside bassinet. But both of my kids were breastfed, so in order for me to get sleep and also stop them from crying in the middle of the night, it was just easier for whenever they would wake up for me to put them on the breast and just go back to sleep. Also, baby bottles. Araya wouldn't take a bottle, period. Like, we bought all type of different bottles and everything with different nipples and everything, just trying to get her to take a bottle, like, whenever she wasn't with me. But majority of the time, she was with me anyways. And homegirl would not take a bottle. Araya was a handful. Like, Araya wouldn't go to nobody but me. She wouldn't even go to her dad. She wouldn't go to her grandmama's. Araya only wanted mommy for like almost the first full year of life. Like I said, she wouldn't take no bottle. She wouldn't take milk out of a cup. She would not use a bottle. So we wasted money buying bottles and trying different bottles for her when she wouldn't take one. Only thing she wanted was her titty. Your Shy, on the other hand, it took him a while to get used to the bottles, but he still don't really mess with bottles like that. But it took him a little while to get used to bottles, and he would take one if he had to take one. But for the most part, Shine ain't really fool with bottles like that either. I did not want her activity center. We bought it in hopes of me, washing dishes, cleaning the apartment, that she can sit in it, entertain herself with the little different activities that was on it. But y'all, Araya ain't like no bassinet. Every time I put her in, she would cry to get out. She did not like the the activity center at all. So that was kind of a waste of money. Once we got Shy, we did put Shy in it a few times to try to entertain him, but Shy really wasn't fooling with it either. So activities. I purchased some nursing covers, and I also had some on my registry. And the ones that we did have, I didn't use because neither one of my kids like to be covered when they ate. Every time I would try to cover them, they snatch it off. They fight and trying to get, their hands around it, through it. They want to get their face shown. They ain't want no nursing cover. So that was a waste of money too. Thankfully, with Shy, we was in the middle of COVID when I had him. So when I nursed him, we wasn't going nowhere anyway. So we was always in the house, and it was just me, him, his daddy, her. So I didn't even really need a nursing cover. But Araya, I tried with Araya. And Araya wasn't fooling. Araya was more like claustrophobic. she's gonna go watch TV. But yeah, I think Araya was kind of claustrophobic because Araya didn't like blankets. She didn't like swaddles. Like I said, the nursing cover, she wasn't fooling with none of that. So we went to, what it was, Babies R Us. We went to Babies R Us when they were going out of business. And I ended up buying the little baby puree, the little system that you use to, the baby blender, the little system you use to make food at home. I bought one of those, but y'all, we didn't use that either. I ended up using the Ninja that we got. So don't even waste your money on no baby blender. Last but not least, and I know people have their opinions about this, but the little baby walking shoes, babies walk best barefoot. You can look at the research and the study and all that. They do not need those hard bottom shoes to help them learn how to walk. They don't need that for structure or whatever. Babies learn best when they're barefoot. So keep your babies barefoot. Ain't nothing wrong with, letting your babies wear shoes time to time. But for the most part, when they're learning to walk, babies need to be barefoot. They learn best when they're barefoot. And last but not least, I want to say a stroller. I have a cousin who gave me a stroller. Shout out to my village, because Araya was a girl, a lot of girls in my family, so everybody was giving us stuff. So a lot of stuff I didn't have to buy, a lot of stuff was given to us, but as far as the things we did have to buy, is what I'm saying was a waste of money. But my cousin gave me a stroller, and I want to say that was a waste of money because we only used the stroller when we went to the fair, I want to say. Other than that, we used a baby carrier. Like, I would strap Araya in, strap her on in the front, strap her in the back as she got older. Like, that was my thing to carry. We used a stroller one time when we went to the fair, and I think we used it another time when we went to the zoo. But other than that, we ain't used the stroller. And even though I'm saying all of this, let me say, every baby is different. So I'm just giving y'all what we wasted money on, what my kids didn't like. But like I said, every child is different. Every baby is different. So some babies love to be swaddled until they're 5-6 months old when they start moving around. But as for us, we got no babies home from the hospital, and they was like, swaddle who? Like, So yeah, just keep in mind that every baby is different. So it's like a trial and error. But I can say, I think that you should probably go to, if you can't get stuff that's passed down from somebody, go to like Once Upon a Child and stuff like that, because a lot of that stuff, like I said, is trial and error. You may buy it, waste money, and your kid might not even use it. And then at the same time, kids grow so fast, so a lot of stuff you spending all this money on, you're not even going to use it, but not even a whole year. Only thing I would say spend some money on would be the car seats. And that's because, for one, we have the Graco, the 4-in-1 car seats. So you can use that car seat from the time your baby is an infant baby until your child is in a booster seat. It grows with you. So that's the only thing that I would say invest money in, the car seats. But everything else, like I said, if you can't get it handed down, if you can't get it from Goodwill, thrift store, like I said, Once Upon a Child or something like that, I wouldn't waste money on it. What I can say my kids did like was the Boppy pillow. They liked this baby swing. I forgot what's the swing called, but it's the little swing you put the baby in and swing back and forth and it vibrate. They did like that. That worked miracles for me and Shy. And thank God somebody gave us one of those, so we didn't even have to invest in it. So like I said, we were blessed. We had a good village with both our kids. They are a breast pump, of course, because I was breastfeeding. But for me, I didn't even really use my pump like that because I was home with my kids 24/7. They were on the boob all the time. I didn't really pump like that. Only time I would pump is, let's just say my breast got heavy and I needed to release, I would pump. Or if I was going somewhere, I had my doctor's appointments, or you know what I'm saying, if I needed to go somewhere, I needed to leave my baby with somebody, that's the only time I would pump. Alright, it's back. But y'all, I also tried the cloth diaper. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried the cloth diaper thinking it was going to save me money. I wasn't going to have to worry about buying diapers. I wasn't going to have to worry about buying wipes. Cloth diaper was not for me. I tried it for maybe 2 weeks. I think Araya peed too much. She peed too much. I would go through 12 diapers in one day with just Araya. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't for us. I ended up going to disposables. And the only diapers that did work were Honest Company. Those were the only diapers that worked for Araya, were Honest Company. So, I tried the cloth diaper thing, though, but that did not work for us. But that completes this video on all the essentials we thought we needed, but we didn't need. So thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Say and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next video. You gonna end it? Say peace. This way.
Wait.
Now end it.